Hey YouTubers, Jordan Brill here. It's my favorite kind of day. It's new guitar day. This one's a little bit more special because it's actually a new guitar, a new model guitar, so something I haven't actually seen, played, anything like that before. This is going to be the new EVH Wolfgang Van Halen signature model SA-126. I've had my eye on this guitar ever since it was first started coming out with prototypes when Wolfgang was playing them and road testing them with tours. And I think those pictures started leaking online around early 2021 when Wolfgang was playing those, and everyone, I follow a lot of EVH and Eddie Van Halen and Wolfgang sort of posts online or forums online. And as soon as Wolfgang started playing with those guitars out live and people were posting pictures, everyone's like, what is that guitar? And I thought it was absolutely beautiful in every one of those pictures that I saw. So instantly I'm like, I need to get me one of those when they come out. So I waited for like 2 years and they finally came out. The initial announcement came out on January 26th, which was Eddie's birthday, which would have been Eddie's birthday. And that's when they announced that they will be coming out for public sale in May of 2024. So as soon as I found that out, I'm instantly online trying to find out more information, emailing my rep at Sweetwater, trying to find out any information that I can. When are they going to come out? What's the price? All that sort of stuff. Even my Sweetwater rep was like, I don't know, let me look into that and find out for you. So he eventually got me the information, the price. Still didn't have an idea when they were going to be coming out, just May of 2024. So instantly I'm on a pre-order with Sweetwater waiting, and I've been on his butt ever since, waiting to try to find out more information, when they're going to be coming out, what's their stock levels, can you get me more pictures, like just anything. And finally they announced May 15th is when they're going to be open for sale. So I contacted my rep again, and I'm trying to get a hold of him, trying to make sure that I can pick my specific one. That's one thing I love about shopping at Sweetwater, is they actually take pictures of all their guitars, so you can see all the tops, backs, necks, anything that you want to check out. And I know that this guitar is going to have a quilted top on it, so I wanted to see if I could get the perfect quilt for me, what I thought was the best one. So that's why I was trying to go through Sweetwater, trying to find the best quilt that I could find and try to get it, be the first one to get it. My goal was to be one of the first people with one of these guitars, so I had a chance to unbox it, demo it, and show it, and hopefully I'd get more views because I was one of the first people that had that model guitar. Sweetwater, though, really dropped the ball on this one. I think that Sweetwater is normally my go-to because I think that they're more of the premium music retailer, but I've been on them and trying to find more information, and these guitars released 2 weeks ago. Sweetwater still doesn't have one of them. Meanwhile, I'm seeing other places online starting to show that they're getting them. I'm seeing people in these other social media groups are posting pictures of, hey, look at my new guitar, hey, look at this. And I still don't have one. So Sweetwater, I think, really dropped the ball. I think that they're usually the premier dealership for any of these high-end pieces of music equipment, but they still don't have any. Meanwhile, Musician's Friend has it, and it's in stock. And on top of that, at the time of this video, which is May 28th, 2024, on Musician's Friend website, if you buy the guitar or add it to cart, you get a 10% discount on it. So you get that price. I think Sweetwater did start doing that now as well for maybe the Memorial Day sale. But so Musician's Friend had 10% off, the guitar in stock, and 48-month financing, where Sweetwater had no guitar, at the time, no discount, and only 6 months financing. So Musician's Friend kind of won 3 times. So I ended up ordering the guitar through Musician's Friend, and I'm very anxious to get it. Enough of my backstory. Let's do what you guys want to do. Let's unbox it and take a look at this guitar. All right, so here we are. The big ass heavy box that this thing came in. I think this is probably one of the biggest boxes I've ever actually received a guitar in. So let's get to cracking it open and take a look. Look at that, a box in a box. Some packing paper. Some more packing paper. in a big old EVH box. Let's get this guy out of the way. So here we go, new guitar. A piece to hold it upright, some more cardboard to keep it upright, oh, anything else in there? No. Okay, so here we go. Comes with a EVH branded hard shell case, which is a total plus. Wasn't even thinking about it when I bought this. I play mostly at home now, but I haven't had to really take a guitar anywhere with me. But what would you do for a case? Because this is not quite like a Wolfgang body style. It's not quite a 335. It's somewhere in between. So I don't know if a gig bag would hold it. So if you didn't have a gig bag, what case would you put it in? So it's good that this one actually comes with a hard shell case, and it's becoming a little too common that higher end guitars don't come with cases anymore. The Frankie, $2,000 guitar, doesn't come with a case. The purple Wolfgang didn't come with a case. The HP2 did come with a case. I recently bought a Schecter Reaper FRS. That didn't come with a case. That was another $1,200 guitar. So it's pretty weird, pretty uncool that a lot of $1,000+ guitars are no longer coming with cases. This is a little bit more than $1,000, so, but still nice that it comes with a case. Let's sit it over here. They're kind of like smoked chrome latches. Pretty nice. I'm actually getting pretty excited right now because I love quilt tops, so I'm super anxious to see what this top looks like. I don't know. Musician's Friend doesn't post pictures of the guitars. Sweetwater does, so I don't know. I'm very anxious. So the traditional foam packaging that these come in. Yeah, that's got a good figure to it. These are so new. They still don't really haven't seen a whole heck of a lot of them. I'm still waiting to see what kind of quilts are on these when they come out. There is a purple finish to this guitar. I think the purple is pretty, but it's too dark. Like any picture that I've seen, and I've seen more pictures of them with people that have purchased them, posting them online, and the purple is so dark you have a hard time seeing the quilt. And I think when you're spending the more for the quilt top and the transparent finish, I want to see the quilt. So that's why I chose the Tobacco Burst over the purple. This guitar also comes in a satin black and a satin matte green army drab color. I personally don't like satin or matte finishes. I am kind of one of those guys that like perspire a lot, so I don't want to be playing a guitar and end up leaving residue and marks on my guitar because I'm sweating and playing on it. Not to mention if you have greasy fingers, anytime it shows fingerprints all over the place, So I don't like those satin and matte finishes, so I want a gloss finish, which is a win for me on this one because the gloss were also the transparent and the quilt tops. So I lucked out on that one. So yeah, it's a beautiful guitar. I love the quilt tops. The knobs, I think, are really sitting on the body. I think the knobs need to lift off just a little bit so they don't actually rub and scratch the finish underneath it. The biggest question I've been seeing from a lot of people is this actually a quilt maple top or is it just a veneer? And I'm trying to look, see the wood grain on here. I actually think it is a solid quilt top, and I say that because right in here on this, it's actually an E-hole on this cutaway here. I can see a little bit of the wood grain into the side, and it looks like it follows the top with it. So I actually think that this is a quilt top, not just a veneer. So, is it in tune? That's a magic question. Better than I thought it would be. It's pretty. Let's get it so you can take a closer look at this guitar. The EVH SA-126 features a new and unique body style with a chambered semi-hollow mahogany body with a basswood center block and quilted maple top. The semi-hollow also features a unique E-hole in dedication to the late Eddie Van Halen. The SA-126 also has unique non-symmetrical headstock with EVH tuners and an SA-126 truss rod cover plate, the SA referring to semi-acoustic, while the 126 is referring to January 26th, the birthday and yet another dedication to the late Eddie Van Halen. The SA-126 has a 24 3/4 inch scale length with a slim graphite reinforced mahogany bolt-on neck, with a 12 to 16 inch compound radius ebony fretboard, triple block inlays, and jumbo frets. The electronics on the guitar boast custom direct body mounted pickups that offer versatility of screaming high gain leads to glassy warm cleans and everything in between. It has a dual humbucker pickup design with a Les Paul style 2-volume 2-tone controls and a 3-way toggle switch. Finish off the guitar with classic looks, better sustain, and more stable tuning capabilities. The guitar features a harmonica style bridge with a stop bar tailpiece. The SA-126 is available in tobacco burst, transparent purple, black satin, and matte army drab green finishes. Lastly, the guitar comes with a contoured EVH branded ivory hardshell case with smoked chrome hardware and a plush blue velvet interior. Now let's hook this up and see what it sounds like. Alright, so here we are with the SA-126. We're plugged in, we're ready to record, we're ready to do some audio demos of this guitar. Just to be upfront, it's been about 2 weeks that I've actually had this guitar in my possession. It's taken me 2 weeks to get to this point to actually do the audio demo of it. Work and other things kind of got in the way. But I have been playing it briefly in the evenings when I've been home. So just to kind of go over a couple things that I'm noticing so far is the body feels great. I usually play with my guitar on my left leg. Most people play with it on the right. But having it on the left leg, a little more classical style, it's very comfortable. Like, it's not moving, it's not shifting, it's very easy to play, sitting right here. The knobs are sitting like directly on the body of the guitar, and it's a little too low for me. Like if I'm trying to rotate the knobs, I'm worried that they're going to start wearing underneath on the finish. And well, I like to keep my stuff as pristine as possible, so I don't like that. So they do need to come up just a little bit, like maybe like a picks width higher. Another thing that I saw is someone else online posted a picture of their SA-126, and they actually changed the knobs out for more of like the MXR or what's on the EVH Wolfgangs. And I kind of like that look, so I might end up changing the knobs myself. I don't know, thinking about that yet. Either way, they do need to come up. Another thing is this harmonica bridge. It has a very long travel for all the saddles, so it's great for adjustment, but I've noticed it kind of rings a little bit extra on the back side of the bridge. I don't know if we'll hear it right now. I can hear it. I don't know if this mic can. Let's start this recording. Okay. It rings a little bit, so if I strum really hard, I don't know if this mic can pick it up. I can hear it, but I don't know if this mic can pick it up. Maybe through the DAW might be able to record it or pick it up a little bit. But it rings a little bit. So if I'm using recording, I might have to put something on here to kind of silence it a little bit. I don't know if it's the design of this or if it's the string break angle. But I can hear it ringing as I'm strumming and choking a little more than I'd like it to. So I would need to put some sort of mute on here if I was to use it, probably for recording. Live, it might be so loud or whatever that you just wouldn't hear it and wouldn't notice it. But if I'm doing like a studio recording thing, that needs to be muted a little bit. Another thing I have noticed is I am in Las Vegas. It's the desert. It's summertime. It's hot and it's dry. Within the last week, I think we've had a high of 111 degrees outside. And I just checked my weather app today, and it shows that we have a 5% humidity. So it's very warm. We're in triple digits and 1% humidity. So it's very dry. And I'm starting to get some fret sprout on the neck. It is an ebony fretboard, but I am starting to feel the frets poking through a little bit. That's not anything negative on the guitar. Once again, I live in a very hot climate, hot, dry climate. I'm in the desert, and I do have that on many of my other guitars as well. They just need a little bit of tweaking. The wood does dry up. It does shrink a little bit. Short of running a humidifier on high 24/7, there's not much I can do to try to maintain that with my guitars a little bit. So that's a little bit something, but not bad. So that's enough of me yakking. Let's do a little bit of a playthrough. To demo this guitar, I'm using my Fractal Axe Effects as my guitar preamp. That is plugged directly into my PreSonus Studio Live 1642 as my audio interface, and I'm using PreSonus Studio One 5 as my DAW. As of right now, I am using the Fractal and plugged in, and this is a bypass preset. There's nothing on it, so you can hear the raw guitar tones. That was the bridge pickup. Let's go to the neck pickup. Let's go to the middle position. So now I'm using a clean preset that just has an amp block and a cab just for a clean tone, a little bit more drive, a little more volume, something more realistic that you might hear for some clean tones. Once again, this is the neck pickup, I'm sorry, the bridge pickup. This is the neck pickup. and this is the middle position. So while we're on this, let's go back to the bridge pickup, and now I'll rotate through the volume and tone knobs so you can hear from a unheavily processed high gain, more of a raw tone of what the guitar and the electronics sound like. So this is the bridge pickup. That was the volume. This is the tone control. This is the neck pickup, volume. And the tone control. Now we're using a high gain preset. This is actually the EVH 5153 blue 50 watt. This is the same sort of amp that Wolfgang uses live on stage. So hopefully try to get as close to a kind of a sound as his as I can. This is the bridge pickup. Yeah, I could hear there that extra ringing I was talking about. The gate on it cuts it off a little bit, but I can still hear it ring out a little bit, and I'm just muting the strings all right now, and I can still hear that ringing from behind the bridge. So that's where I'm saying, like, if I'm doing recording, I'd probably want to put a mute on here of some sorts, maybe just some tape, maybe some Velcro, maybe some foam if I have it, just something to try to cut down on that ringing, because I don't like that extra ringing sound that goes through after I'm done strumming, after I choke it. This is the neck position of the dirty channel. And the middle position. Now I'll go back to the bridge on the Overdrive channel. This is typically what I'm going to be using anyways for anything rhythm soloing. I like it. It's a really fun guitar. The action right out of the box, I haven't had to touch anything for adjustments on the guitar. It's been great. A little bit of tuning here and there. It does come with a regular set of 9 through 42 strings, and for me, I do like to play a little bit heavier with my picking hand, and if I'm doing something drop D, it's a little too loose for me. So I would need to go to at least a 9 to 46, maybe like a heavy bottom. If not, maybe actually going to my old standby was a 10 to 52. I like that heavier low E, low D, whatever, if you're standard or drop D. I like that heavier string. So it definitely needs to be a bottom heavy set of strings, 9s, maybe 10s. That's it for me. But other than that, like, it's super comfortable. It's the arch top. It's got a little bit of a belly cut back here. It's a very comfortable guitar. Like I said, I'm sitting here and it's not moving from the way that I would sit playing it to just letting it free. I know some guitars would start to rock or slide one way or another. This is perfect. It just sits right here. So it's great. It's very comfortable to play. That little ringing behind the bridge is something that needs to be addressed for me. But other than that, changing maybe changing the knobs, but at least get them elevated. Maybe a pick width. It's a very fun, easy, comfortable guitar to play. Even standing up, I have a strap high right now, but it's great. It doesn't really move. It's comfortable. I like arch tops. I think that they have a little bit of a better contour as far as like when you're actually playing it, your forearm, your stuff on top of the guitar. The hard edge, same like Les Pauls, the Wolfgangs. I mean, they're all kind of the same. You can feel it a little bit. Rounded edges like Strats are a little bit nicer that way, but it's still comfortable. The arch top helps with that. The belly cut or the tummy tuck on the back works great. It's got a little bit of a scalloped heel so you can get up there. 22 frets, and I have no problems reaching it. I know Les Pauls, I hate that about Les Pauls. They have such a big heel that I think anything above the 15th fret, you're starting to like try to arch over to play. At least that's how it feels to me. So not a big fan of Les Pauls, the big heel. So this having a very slim, you can really easily get up to those high frets on a, it's a set neck style, but it's actually a bolt-on neck on this. But if it was a 335, which is kind of a similar body style, that's kind of what this is, a hybrid between a Wolfgang and a 335. So it has a lot of those characteristics of a 335. If it was a 335, it would have a set neck and you'd have that big heel again. So it's a great guitar as far as having the bolt-on neck. It's a little bit slimmer, being able to get up front. I know Wolfgang's goal was to have a modern twist on a vintage guitar. And he was always playing those 335s. I've seen some videos of him playing what looked like one of those Dave Grohl 335 kind of styles with more like the Fender headstock. So he's always been playing those 335 style guitars, bigger bodies. He's a big boy too, so it kind of fits him better. But I do like the modern twist that he's added, that it's solid from the whole, bottom chamber, middle chamber down. It's all solid. So this is the only hollow spot of the guitar right here. And these are direct mounted pickups. They have pickup rings for more of a traditional look, but they are direct body mounted guitar or pickups. And I think that's the best way that you can do pickups in a guitar. Actually mount them directly to the body. I've always hated that with something like Gibson or PRS. You have this beautiful high finish, gorgeous finish, high quality wood, and then you put a pickup ring on, a crappy plastic pickup ring on there, and mount the pickup to the plastic pickup ring. So you have all these nice quality woods, and you totally lose all of your tone because now instead of going through the body of the guitar, you're going through a little crappy plastic pickup ring. So these are direct mounted. The pickup ring is just there for cosmetics. So I really like the fact that they're body mounted pickups. The bridge is great, feels comfortable. I like the block inlay, or it's kind of a block inlay. It's the three block inlay. Inlay at a first fret. I don't think I have any guitars with an inlay at a first fret. Oh, Framus does. But so that's cool. That's unique. The neck is very smooth. It's It's got a gloss finish everywhere else, but the neck is kind of a satin or an oil finish. Very comfortable guitar. I really like it. Another thing that I like about this guitar is the truss rod adjustment is, you know, at the neck position, the neck pickup, the spin wheel as they call it. That is a super easy way to adjust your truss rod. Otherwise, like Strat style, Les Pauls, you know, you need to remove the truss rod cover plate. You need to sometimes detune and spread your strings apart so you can get access to the truss rod adjustment at the headstock. It's just so much easier to have that kind of flywheel access here. Just stick an Allen wrench, stick it in there, and give it a spin. So much easier having it there than it does at the headstock. So I really like that that's there. I like the body mounted pickups. I like the arch top. It's a bigger body, but it's comfortable. So it's got hot output pickups. They're great. You could hear me playing, doing some chugging, doing some pick harmonics. Everything about this guitar is great. I really like it. It's beautiful finish. The quilt top. This guitar gets an A rating from me. Alright, well I think that's it. Thanks for checking out my video. If you like this comment, please like, comment, subscribe, and tell me what other videos you'd like to see me unbox and review. Thank you.